All right, we still continue to have our high risk for severe weather. On Friday, the cities in that risk: Memphis, St. Louis, Peoria, Quad Cities. So it's a pretty large area. Now, there's a huge area that is under at least some risk. And when you kind of add the population up of at least having some risk, you're talking about 67 million Americans under the threat of severe weather. I think this is a widespread damaging wind event, and I do believe there will be tornadoes on the ground tomorrow. It's all because of this, and how many times have I said this? Upper level low coming into California. I mean, that's what's going to cause this. Now, there's a little difference with this. Instead, compared to last week farther south track, this week farther north. And that's why we had the severe weather farther north. The other thing is it's been chilly in the Midwest, but look how quickly temperatures come up. Look at our high temperatures tomorrow. We've been in the lower 40s in Chicago. We're going to be in the 60s tomorrow. 70 in St. Louis, 77 in Little Rock, 70 in Nashville, 84 in Dallas. So all of this warmth getting jammed northward. And we're going to see moisture. Let me show you our moisture content tool. This is looking at the moisture through the entire depth of the atmosphere. I want you to concentrate on this yellow and orange. This is where you have a Gulf inflow or moisture coming north. Watch this as we go through this evening. Isolated severe thunderstorms in the southern plains here this afternoon. But this is going to show you two areas of moisture increase. Here's your first area from Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and into Tennessee. This is going to be your first mode of severe weather. Then I want you to concentrate on this area across the Midwest. Watch this moisture come northward as well. Right in here, watch how that moisture increases tomorrow afternoon. Chicago, southern parts of Illinois, eastern Iowa, and into Indiana. So you can see that heading on north. Now, that translates onto our future radar. Here's your first mode with your first area of moisture. You see that? From Little Rock, Memphis, Kentucky. So this is one mode of severe weather. Your second mode of severe weather will start in Iowa about early to mid-afternoon. Watch that. Look at these thunderstorms. That'll extend down into Missouri. Now, this mode of severe weather from Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky, this will have isolated severe weather, all forms. I think this is where we have the highest tornado threat. Look at these individual cells. They're what we call discrete cells. They tend to produce tornadoes. Missouri, Iowa, northern Illinois. Watch them continue to about 4 or 5 o'clock. Still these individual cells, but what you're starting to see now at around 5 o'clock is what we call a squall line, a line of thunderstorms. This is what we call linear. These are discrete, these are linear. Linear thunderstorms, while they can have tornadoes, they mostly have damaging winds. And watch how quickly this line moves towards Chicago by 7, 8 o'clock. We stop it at 8 o'clock. This is a damaging squall line. This is going to have damaging wind gusts. Here's your other mode of severe weather from Memphis all the way towards Cincinnati. This too will have severe weather, but I think this other line of thunderstorms, this line here, is the stronger of the modes. It's smaller, but I think it's going to have a widespread damaging winds with it as it races across Indiana and Ohio as we head toward midnight, and then we'll take the lines of thunderstorms into the eastern United States on Saturday. This is why we have such a large area of severe weather, because of those two modes, right? Within that red area, you're looking at widespread severe thunderstorms. The orange area is where the damaging or the severe thunderstorms are more numerous. You get into the yellow, that's where we think it could be more isolated. But there's a large area of at least numerous, if not widespread, severe thunderstorms. I think this, for the most part, is going to be a widespread damaging wind event, but I am expecting tornadoes on the ground. I'm thinking number-wise around a dozen or so, especially in that secondary mode across Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois mid to late afternoon tomorrow. And then I think it's mostly a damaging wind threat, but again, I can see tornadoes within that line as well. Large hail also is on the table tomorrow. This is not a possibility. This is not a threat. This is going to happen. This is an outbreak for Friday. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here and be sure to subscribe for new content and the latest weather news from AccuWeather.